Don't forget to keep your phone on, okay? All right, you can do this. You can do this.
The inability for our city to deal with people's mental health and often not being able to get help to them until they're involved in a significant, dangerous criminal activity is one of the big failures of mental health treatment in New York City. And it does not make sense strictly to punish people when the reason why they're involved in this legal system is because of mental health issues.
So this is the district attorney side, this is the defense attorney side, and obviously the judge.
When I first became a judge, I was assigned to a criminal court part. My job was basically to be an efficient docket manager, right? When I became the judge of the mental health court, of course, that all changed.
We can do better than jail with regard to the care and treatment that people receive in the mental health court.
The goal is for our clients to graduate, for our clients want to move on from this step in their lives.
Everybody is rooting for this individual to do well and get out from under the criminal charges. So that's a huge shift in thinking in the criminal justice system in the United States.
We can get them help and keep them out of jail while making sure that our community is safe. And to me, that's the definition of justice.
There are two prongs when we're trying to figure out whether a defendant should come to the mental health court. First prong is the clinical prong, which is he diagnosed with a major mental disorder? The second prong is the criminal justice prong. What was the crime about? What does the defendant's rap sheet look like? And then if you're a good candidate, we're kind of good to go, and which means everyone in the courtroom is willing to work with that person. Once we've got that in hand, we would move rapidly towards a plea.
He is eligible for Brooklyn Mental Health Court. We would like him to enter substance abuse treatment, and if he agrees to those, we can adjourn for a plea.
We can't force psychiatric care and treatment on somebody who doesn't want it. They have to agree to it as part of the agreement when he takes a plea.
Once I take the plea from you, I'm not going to let you take it back, all right?
The people's offer: full order of protection upon completion, 1 to 3 years jail if fail.
Depending on the circumstances of your prior history and what the case was about, you may actually be looking at a complete dismissal.
May we approach briefly, Judge? The typical plea for a felony matter, it's a 12 to 18 month long mandate. The client will have to go through an evaluation with the doctor from mental health court and the social worker. And once they go through that evaluation, Brooklyn Mental Health Court will come up with the treatment plan.
My name is Ruth O'Sullivan. I'm the project and clinical director for the Brooklyn Mental Health Court. I devise the treatment plans in collaboration with my clinical team and address any clinical needs that arise with clients as they move through their mandate. He's overall doing well, and if he keeps this up, we're going to move towards graduation next month. The reason the clinical team was developed was to create a neutral body. You need a neutral body to come in and provide updates. Our goal as the clinical team is to provide real updates, truthful updates, but also to provide solutions. So we're hoping that over the next 30 days, he can consistently take his medication.
It's helpful to be able to call the prosecutor and say, this is the diagnosis I have for this client, this is where they're at right now, and to know that the prosecutor is going to trust me on that.
The combination of legal expertise and clinical expertise makes the court function in a way that if one or the other was missing, would not be possible.
I understand the difficulties you're having, okay? And I'll give you a call tomorrow. This is Colleen King.
Sometimes when I'll see a client, they might not be on their best day. They might need medication, they might be in a manic episode, they might be in a depressed episode.
At work here, you have to remain calm, knowing that this is a part that deals with mental health issues, you know that anything can happen. We had a client that comes into court once a month for the court date, and they used to always make a grand entrance. And we thought it was amusing, So we know when we see that name on the calendar, we expect them to come in to see the grand entrance. So then one day, we saw the name on the calendar, but she never came in. And then we come to find out that she committed suicide. Yeah, so that was rough.
This is not a small problem, especially in communities of color and less resourced neighborhoods. When we talk about Rikers Island, at least 40% diagnosed there with a significant mental health issue. As district attorney, I've widened the scope of cases where people are allowed to get mental health treatment. In the past, it was for very low-level offenses or nonviolent offenses. But as I've learned more about the success of our mental health court, I've opened the ability to take more serious cases into our mental health part. I'm happy to say that the recidivism rate has been very low.
Graduation day, congratulations.
When they get to graduation, the final step, they get like a gift. The judge may tell them how proud he is of them. You get to see like the joy, like they just got the diploma.
Accountability doesn't have to be jail or prison. Accountability can say, okay, you did this, now we're going to try and get you out of this, but you have to accept responsibility by doing the things we ask you to do to not only make your life better, but protect society. Okay, so good luck, and how's March 10th to come back? Does that work? All right, so you'll tell me how great you're doing on March 10th, okay? Well, we got somebody out of jail, we took a few pleas and get people on their way into treatment, and I think we got a lot accomplished.
Holding folks accountable means meeting them where they're at. We would be safer if we invested more in people's wellness.